Guys, once again here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are carrying on with the testing out of the new LR Kale Caulifla on some different teams to see if we can get a good build going for them on a team that can actually handle the top tier events in the game, because of course, as we discussed like in their initial showcase for their team, the Universe 6 team is just not good at the moment, right? Them releasing Kale Caulifla with no other like EZAs or sub EZAs or anything at the same time, I think was a terrible idea. Last year when the Part 2 LR came out for Golden Week, we had like 5 sub EZAs all come out on the same day, which, I mean, to be fair, it didn't really matter too much because Gohan obviously fits so well with the Part 1 characters, where of course these guys having the Universe 6 leader skill, Hit can work with them and obviously Goku can't. Now the interesting thing is we're trying them out here on the Universe Survival Saga team. Now this means we can't use Int Hit because he doesn't count as Universe Survival Saga, right? The Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament isn't part of the Universe Survival Saga. So I wanted to bring him on the team to maybe have like a Universe 6 ally, but we can't. And then when it comes to the other units that we could run, it's just the same situation that we're in with the Universe 6 team, where we're essentially forced to run some characters who might end up getting us killed, like Kefla, or obviously Tech Caulifla can work in this event specifically until we get to the point where it's the no dodge phase, and then obviously that would be very awkward. So we're just going to try them out and see how we get on. Obviously with STR Blue Evolution Vegeta having a 220% to Universe Survival Saga, they do obviously get the full lead from him as well. So this is another solid team for them. I think one of the good things about this unit is even though their leader skill is Universe 6, their passive, they don't really have any restrictions for being run with Universe 6 allies. The only like big thing and like the big difference is, of course, you're probably not going to be using Caulifla's active skill if they're the only Universe 6 character on the team, right? You might as well use Kale's, get the extra key for her and the extra attack. But yeah, I mean, they could fit into the team interestingly. I bought the Int LR Team Universe 7 because they do support all allies, so there's a little bit of support on the team as well. Obviously, you can have like one non-Reps of Universe 7 character on the team and they'll still have their full passive active. So, because I mean, realistically, this is like, with the STR Vegeta lead, even though it is technically a Universe Survival Saga team, this is basically a Reps of Universe 7 team with Caulifla on it. Which I think until we do get any of these other EZAs that we potentially could see, is going to be the closest that we're going to get to this being like a solid team, right? Because I've got a video coming out a little bit later on. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for that, and you can go over and let me know over in the comments there. But I'm going to do a video talking about like all the potential things that we could see like coming up that would be, of course, like a big benefit to the Universe 6 team, and how the Universe 6 team could potentially be looking by the end of this celebration. So do make sure you go check that out. I did put Hit and God Goku on the team as well, and annoyingly they have ended up in slot 7, so they're not going to be here until their first turn will be turn 3, which is annoying because of course that unit wants to get floated off in order to build up their full defense and everything, which I guess this team build is quite good for being able to do that, because we don't necessarily want them staying on main rotation. Like, we're not running Hit, who wants them to be around as like a link partner, so I think we should be okay. I probably should have kept Frieza on the rotation though, because realistically I'm going to probably want the Goku portion of that card to be a slot 1 unit for that rotation. But in fact, yeah, my rotations are all messed up because we've got the we're gonna have double blue Evolution Vegeta next turn, which is not really what I want. But yeah, at least these guys have Tournament of Power all together. And then of course UI Goku has prepared for battle, so Caulifla doesn't need to worry about Ki on this turn at least. Also quite helpful considering her thing with like, she automatically dodges the first attack, and then after that she doesn't really have any dodge chance until she attacks. So it works quite nicely in this scenario where she's in slot 2, she gets to attack before the main attacks that are coming her way, but there is an AoE, which obviously we don't have to worry about because she always dodges the first attack of the turn. so she will dodge the AoE. Okay, good. I was going to say, UI Goku can sell, like, not dodging that first normal as long as he dodges the super, that's fine. Because obviously each time he dodges, his dodge chance increases. That's the worst thing you want to see. He gets hit by the first attack and then there's a super. But fortunately, he dodged. I mean, it's funny because even the reps of Universe 7 or like Universe Survival Saga team in general, like for a long time, this team was kind of relying on the UI Gokus to be your slot 1 units. And if they don't dodge, then they could still obviously get killed by these hardest hitting bosses. And that's one of the reasons why I do think that this unit makes a good addition to this team, because obviously, as we've said and shown in like these previous videos that we've done so far, like once you exchange into Kale, Kale can just be a very, very good, like very solid slot 1 tank, and be that defensive like point for the team in slot 1. So that works out really nicely. It means we don't have to rely as heavily on the UI Gokus. Still got one on the team, but largely for lack of better option, and also the fact, you know, we want to have a Goku for the Blue Evolution Vegeta Unit Super. But I think we might have messed up a little bit with the rotation, because yeah, having a double Blue Evolution Vegeta and then the Team Universe 7, like none of those guys are really going to be a slot 1 for this next rotation. Our best case scenario here is that we almost kill Ribrienne, but don't quite. But I think with the fact these guys get these extra supers in slot 3, they're going to finish her off, aren't they? I have to use an item. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, there you go. Because now, I was going to say, hopefully no attacks in slot 1, but that's a bit too much to ask for. What's our defenses looking like here? So you've got 666k. So you've attacked, what, a fair few times to build up. It's only within the turn, though. He does have 30% damage reduction for the 6 turns as well, so he hasn't performed 6 supers to get the extra damage reduction, though. That's the only issue. And their active skill, yeah, it's not going to help. I mean, if we get rainbow orbs with them, we are at least giving support. I mean, realistically, we just have to try and do this. Grab those for you. Give that a little bit of support. He's got 700k defense and 30% damage reduction and type advantage. So I think he should be okay. I actually don't know how much this Ribrienne super attacks for. Can always check, I suppose. This one is the Vegeta story, Red Zone, Universe Survival Saga. So Ribrienne supers for 1.6 million. So take off like 30%. Still going to be just over 1 million. I mean, we do live on full health. So, and that's if she supers in slot 1, which I'm sure now that we're like hoping she won't, she probably will. But let's see. Okay. Normal. There we go. Perfect. Get our rotations hopefully sorted out. I'm going to have to float off Frieza again though, aren't I? That's the only thing. I'm always instinctively like float off Frieza on the first turn. And then yeah, that first time on turn 2 I should have kept him on the rotation. But it is what it is, I suppose.
If I win, you've got to drop the grudge and promise to be our ally during the Tournament of Power, okay?
That's cute. But when I win, you will agree to leave me alone to do as I please.
Okay, so we are turn 5, so we still can't switch into Kale just yet. The annoying thing is as well, Catapesla has the extra, has a massive extra attack on the first turn. So if I do this, like we are really playing with fire. I guess what I should do really is we'll just do this. It's my own fault for not having the rotation set up better, but I mean realistically we're just taking a look at like how good Kale and Caulifla can be on this team build, and not like, you know, oh look, see, we cleared the stage with no items because yeah, I made a mistake early on I think with setting up the rotation. So we'll just Ghost Usher here, it's fine. And then on the next turn that they come back, we're going to be able to exchange into Kale anyway. And we can get this Goku floated off to the other rotation. Although, of course, we do have to worry. I guess technically that does nullify his, because it removes the attacks, but this still counts as his first turn only, right? So by just Ghost Ushering against this guy on the first turn, you remove his, like, the danger of the fact that he has 300% extra attack on the first turn, because we just took away all of his attacks on the first turn. It's kind of cheeky, but, you know, good strategy, I guess. Because, yeah, he only supers for 840k. But then you have to remember that with plus 300%, it's essentially like 4 times that, right? 840k plus 300% is 3.3 million. So he can kind of take you by surprise on the first turn. But after that, he's just incredibly weak, right? Because without that 300% attack, his normals only do 300k and his super does 840. So most units on the team are just going to be tanking even his super for double-digit damage, especially after they've attacked. But like I said, he can kind of catch you out on that first turn a little bit. So you're at 769 now. I mean, I guess it probably still just makes more sense to put you in slot 1. These guys obviously still need to be floated off twice in order for their full defensive passive thing to be built up. So we'll do that. It does activate the unit super though, which is good. A couple of rainbow orbs gives that a little bit of extra support. Yeah, so like I said, if he supers for 840k, Vegeta has 800k defense and has some damage reduction, so he basically won't take any damage even if he gets supered. Unless, of course, the Ghost Usher thing like doesn't work for some reason, which would be super annoying. Yeah, I guess apparently it doesn't, because he shouldn't even be able to hit for 1 million, so that's awkward. Okay, so we are back in, got past Catapesla, and now we are here on turn 6 for the Kale and Caulifla. So we're going to exchange into Kale, go ahead and use her active skill here. Obviously this gives her the permanent 6 key buff as well as the extra attack. And you can see on this team, because we do at least have the Tournament of Power allies, we've got Prepared for Battle and Tournament of Power. That's 5 key. So with the leader skill, the 5 key, and then obviously now having the permanent 6 key from her active skill, that puts Kale at what, 19 key start of turn, which is pretty good for the most part, as we've seen, like, even on turns where we were only able to get like 21 key, we've seen her tanking like some of the tough boss super attacks. So that's more than enough. I think people were very worried about her like potential key issues, like when we saw her kit originally, but I mean, just by having Prepared for Battle and Tournament of Power active here, we are never really going to be in a position where her defense is going to be too low for her to be able to be tanking some of these tougher bosses, right? So 39 million is her attack stat here. Obviously we get a guaranteed crit, and then because we got the 23 orbs, because this was the exchange turn, she is going to do 4 additional super attacks guaranteed. Each one, of course, builds up her crit chance. Each one, of course, raises her attack by that little bit extra as well. So 29.5 on the 3rd additional here, and then 31.5. And then, of course, we could get the hidden potential as well, which we do. So then 33.5. So there's a lot of damage from Kale in one turn. As you can see, Topo got what, like 3 bars left, and that's all from Kale. Like, it was on full health at the start of this turn. So that is pretty good. And she can do that. Obviously that's the orb turn, right, where she's getting all those extra attacks, which you're never going to be able to replicate, right? There's like very few other situations in the game, on teams where she's on especially, where you are going to be able to pick up a full field of 23 orbs. Like, I guess if you're running some sort of like Peppy Gal's team or superclass variant where you have like Bulma and use her active skill, then I guess that's another opportunity. But outside of that, there's not a huge amount of characters in the game at the moment on setups relevant for Kale and Caulifla as well, where they're able to change the entire orb field into a certain type of orb. But if those situations do come up, then obviously that will be very helpful. But yeah, I mean, we one-turn Topo here with the with this rotation, so that is pretty good. Hitting God Goku, unfortunately didn't get to attack on one of the turns they were on previously, so still needed to be floated off here in order to get their full passive build-up. But yeah, not bad so far. A little bit concerned about the HP for this. You get 8 orbs for you in slot 1 with the rainbow, so you should be fine. I don't like not being able to get a lot of rainbow orbs for the Team Universe 7 though, because they very much want to be giving that support to the allies. I mean, as long as they don't get supered by Jiren in slot 3, we should be fine. Because yeah, Goku in slot 1 with the orbs and with the rainbows like should be fine here. How much does this Jiren hit for? 586. I mean, he hits for, yeah, 5.7 million. Oof. Yeah, that is... He doesn't raise his attack on Super, though, right? So, everybody should tank normals for double digits after attacking. Yeah, that puts down to some seriously low health. I mean, the Universe Survival Saga team is certainly not a perfect team either. Better than the Universe 6 team overall, I would say. But yeah, this... overall, I think the celebration has just been very hit or miss when it comes to how strong the teams are. It's one of the things we talked about with, like, when that Scout of Vegeta came out, right, nearing the end of 2024. We got a couple of easy A's, his banner unit wasn't very good. So it was like, by the end of the celebration, the whole celebration had kind of been themed around the Planet Namek Saga category. But by the end of the celebration, that category still wasn't like that good of a team, right? And unfortunately, damn it, unfortunately that's the situation that we're kind of in here with the Universe 6 team, right? Where now obviously we're not at the end of the celebration yet, so we can't completely say that, you know, that is the case and we've ended the celebration without a usable Universe 6 team. But it's definitely awkward. Like, hitting the blue Kaioken Goku, not counting as Universe Survival Saga, is kind of annoying as well. Because that would be quite a good setup for that team with the blue Vegeta being able to run both of those guys realistically. But you can't do either of those. So, I mean, I don't know if we'll do any more showcases for this unit on other teams. We've seen what they do, right? Like, if you have them on a team with a 220% leader skill, even if the key isn't the craziest, like, it doesn't take much for Kale to be able to be that solid slot 1 defensive wall. So I think she's a really good option for some of these other teams that she's on as a defensive unit. Obviously, it means if you're not getting the orbs, she's not doing a lot of attacks. So she's not necessarily doing crazy amounts of damage, but that's not necessarily what we need from a unit who we're putting on the team specifically to be a defensive unit, right? I'd rather have a unit that I can rely on to tank in slot 1 and then doesn't really do any damage than a character that obviously is putting out decent damage and then dies, right? So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you did pull Kale and Caulifla, what is your favourite team setup to run them on? And yeah, do check out the video that's going up a little bit later on talking about the potential future for the Universe 6 category. And then when that drops, do let me know over there in the comments what your thoughts are on the Universe 6 team. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.